Good morning from the National Weather Service in Raleigh, North Carolina. My name is Aaron Swiggett, meteorologist here, and I'll be providing the routine Thursday weekly briefing for Central North Carolina. This will be covering the period the last week of February, from February 23rd to March 1st. First, wanted to start off here just by showing a brief overview of kind of what we're looking at radar-wise across the area. So hopefully you can see this, and it's blown up large enough, but you can kind of see out there in eastern Tennessee, inching into western North Carolina, some areas of some showers, and that is along or immediately ahead of a old weakening cold front that is progressively slowly moving eastward, and those showers are forecast to get into our western North Carolina, even into the eastern or the northern Piedmont area later this afternoon into the evening hours. So we'll dive into that here next. All right, but first, before the showers get here, we are on pace for another record-breaking day across central North Carolina. So you can kind of see here in the tables to the left, we have the sites Greensboro, Raleigh, and Fayetteville. Their forecasted highs, which are located there also on the map as well. And then the daily record high temperatures you can see on the right-hand side. So you can see Greensboro expected to beat that record high by at least 4 degrees. Raleigh expected to beat that record by about 2 degrees, and Fayetteville by almost 5 degrees, or nearly 5 degrees, which is pretty impressive. And then the second table below that has the all-time high for February. So in the period of record going back for Greensboro, Raleigh, and Fayetteville, the highest temperature ever recorded in February is in there, in that table listed there with the dates in which those occurred. So for Greensboro and Raleigh, maybe a little bit too low to reach those, with our forecasted high for Greensboro, 78. Most likely not going to reach 81. Same thing for Raleigh, forecasted high of 81. Probably not going to reach 84. The one that's most likely going to approach that record is going to be Fayetteville. So you can see our forecasted high of 85 there for Fayetteville area, and the all-time high temperature for February in Fayetteville was also 85, and that occurred back in 1930. So we'll be having some pretty impressive high temperatures today, which are 20 to 25 degrees above normal for this time of the year. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the upcoming weather pattern. Again, kind of hinted at it a little bit, but unseasonably warm, again, in another record-breaking day today for our high temperatures and even our high minimum temperatures. But there's also a chance of some showers that I mentioned earlier, showing the radar across the northern Piedmont area. And then back behind it, there's a secondary cold front that'll move through, most likely dry, and then I'll move through early Friday. And then on Saturday, in this upper right-hand image here, the cold front is going to be well to our south, and then we'll have some overrunning, as we call, light precipitation that's going to envelop most of the area, and even have some P-type concerns up into the northern middle Atlantic. But we'll be well too warm here and aloft for any kind of P-type concerns for us, so most likely just some light rain for central North Carolina. And so then our next chance of rain will be coming with this bottom left-hand image here early next week. As you can see, a very strong low pressure system moving into the mid-Mississippi Valley, and then a warm front just to our south as of 12Z on Monday, which is 7 a.m. on Monday. As that lifts through our area, we'll have another chance of rain. And then this cold front back here across the lower Mississippi Valley will quickly progress east. And in between those two different features will be our best chance of rain. And again, that's Monday into Monday night. And the cold front moving through early on Tuesday. Okay, so I mentioned a couple different times and chances for rain. So for today, in the upper left-hand image here, you can see up across in Greensboro, the really light colors. So that is between 1/100th and 1/10 of an inch of rain. So not expecting a whole lot in the way of heavier precipitation, mostly some light precipitation or scattered slightly higher and some of the deeper showers that may progress through the area. And then progressing into Friday, this is most likely going to be late Friday into early Saturday. So not necessarily saying Friday is a washout or anything, but as you approach the evening hours, especially as you get into the overnight hours, is when we're going to see the increasing chances in precipitation. And you can see there, again, very light values with this second green color here capping out at 1/4 of an inch as well. And then the main precipitation up across upstate South Carolina and Georgia, that will progress north and east over our area. And again, expecting mostly values below 1/4 of an inch of rain. And that'll move out, expecting dry conditions on Sunday. And then again, Monday, as that warm front lifts through, mainly expecting most of our precipitation to kind of be maybe north of the 64 corridor or the US 1 corridor. And again, mostly seeing lighter precipitation totals as well. And then combining that all together in a 5-day total, you can kind of see this secondary color of green into the third color, which again, this secondary color capped out at 1/4 of an inch, and the darker color here up towards Greensboro and Charlotte area, capping out about 1/2 an inch of rain. Okay, so we're not expecting any kind of severe thunderstorm potential in the next 7 days, which you can kind of see up in this upper left-hand image here. That's for today, and that is the general thunder outline risk from the Storm Prediction Center. So there could be a chance of some thunder across the northwestern Piedmont today, and that is most likely associated with those showers. But again, not any kind of severe weather expected for today. And with the light rainfall totals, anywhere between 1/4 of an inch to maybe 1/2 an inch over the next 5 days, needless to say, not expecting any concerns when it comes to excessive rainfall leading to any kind of flash flooding. All right, let's look out a little bit farther. The 8 to 14 day outlook, courtesy of the Climate Prediction Center. And this is going to be highlighting basically the first week of March. So March 2nd through the 8th. And during that week time frame, if you take the highs and lows and you get the average temperature every single day, and then you average all of those temperatures from every single day, what is the chance of that number being above normal for that time of the year? So right now we're expecting between the Climate Prediction Center is highlighting a 40 to 60% chance of above normal temperatures for the first week of March, and then near normal to slightly above normal chances of precipitation, mainly west of Raleigh during that time as well. So for your awareness, the normal temperatures for the Raleigh area between the 2nd and the 8th, so the average temperature during that time for the high is around 59 degrees, and the normal low is around 36 degrees. So again, expecting near to slightly above normal of those temperatures there. And I do want to point out that this is not a magnitude of the degree of above normal of the high and low temperatures. This is just the percent chance of being above those numbers. So even if you see higher percentage numbers popping up in these graphics, it's not necessarily saying that you're going to be well above average. It's just saying that you have a higher percentage of being above the normal temperatures shown there. Okay. And that's pretty much all I have for everyone today. So again, quickly going through the weather summary. Very warm, record-breaking day today with high temperatures 20 to 25 degrees above normal. Widespread light rain Friday night into Saturday. Again, accumulations only expected to be up to 1/4 of an inch. Rain chances again Monday to Monday night as that warm front lifts through the area. Again, mostly light precipitation, kind of north of the Raleigh, north and west of the Raleigh area. And then continued above normal temperatures throughout this week, with the only exception being on Saturday when we're going to have widespread light rain and low overcast conditions. And no hazardous conditions are expected at this time. Thank you all for joining me. Appreciate your time, and I will take any questions at this time.